What if the greatest obstacle in your life isn't failure? What if it isn't bad luck? What if it isn't a lack of talent? What if your biggest enemy is comfort? Not pain, not struggle, comfort. The very thing most people spend their entire lives chasing. The comfortable job, the comfortable routine, the comfortable opinions, the comfortable life. Yet one of the greatest philosophers in history, Friedrich Nietzsche, warned that comfort can become a prison. A beautiful prison. A prison that slowly steals your ambition, your strength, and your potential. Today, we'll explore Nietzsche's brutal truth about comfort and why most people unknowingly sacrifice greatness for convenience. And by the end of this video, you may never look at comfort the same way again. Chapter 1. Comfort feels safe but makes you weak. Human beings naturally seek comfort. It's part of our survival instinct. We avoid pain. We seek pleasure. We move towards safety. But Nietzsche believed that what keeps us alive does not necessarily help us grow. Growth requires resistance. Just as muscles grow through stress, character grows through challenge. The problem is that comfort removes resistance. And without resistance, strength begins to fade. Think about what happens when people stop challenging themselves. They become mentally weaker, less adaptable, more fearful, more dependent on familiar routines. Comfort feels safe, but over time it quietly weakens the spirit. Chapter 2. The danger of the comfort zone. Most people live inside invisible walls, not physical walls, psychological walls, walls built from habits, fear, routine, and certainty. The comfort zone is attractive because it demands nothing. No risk, no courage, no uncertainty. But Nietzsche believed that a life without challenge is a life without growth. The comfort zone offers security, but it steals possibility. Every dream exists outside your comfort zone. Every breakthrough exists outside your comfort zone. Every transformation exists outside your comfort zone. You cannot become extraordinary while remaining comfortable. Chapter 3. Suffering has a purpose. Modern society teaches people to avoid suffering at all costs. But Nietzsche saw suffering differently. He believed suffering was not merely something to endure. It was something that could transform you. One of his most famous ideas was simple. A person grows through struggle. Every hardship teaches something. Every obstacle reveals something. Every challenge strengthens something. Without adversity, people remain fragile. Without difficulty, people remain shallow. Without suffering, people never discover their true strength. The goal is not to seek suffering. The goal is to understand its value. Chapter 4. The Last Man. Nietzsche warned about a future type of person. He called him the last man. The last man seeks comfort above all else. He avoids risk, avoids challenge, avoids ambition, avoids greatness. His goal is not excellence. His goal is convenience. He wants entertainment, comfort, security, leisure, nothing more. And because of this, he slowly loses his spirit. Nietzsche believed this was one of humanity's greatest dangers. Not destruction, not war, comfort. A society that chooses comfort over greatness. Chapter 5. Greatness requires discomfort. Look at every great achievement in history. Every inventor, every athlete, every entrepreneur, every artist, every leader. They all shared one thing. They embraced discomfort. While others rested, they practiced. While others complained, they worked. While others stayed safe, they took risks. Greatness demands sacrifice, not because suffering is noble, but because growth is impossible without challenge. The life you want is hidden behind the discomfort you avoid. Chapter 6. Why people fear change. People often say they want change, but what they really want is improvement without discomfort. Unfortunately, life doesn't work that way. Every transformation requires uncertainty. The old version of you must die before the new version can emerge, and that process feels uncomfortable. This is why most people stay stuck, not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack opportunity, because they fear temporary discomfort. They choose familiar pain over unfamiliar possibility. Chapter 7. Amor fati. One of Nietzsche's most powerful ideas was amor fati. It means love your fate, not tolerate it, not survive it. Love it. Love the obstacles. Love the setbacks. Love the challenges. Because every difficulty contributes to who you become. Most people ask, why is this happening to me? Nietzsche would ask, how can this make me stronger? That shift changes everything. Chapter 8. Comfort creates mediocrity. Mediocrity rarely happens overnight. It's created gradually, one excuse at a time, one shortcut at a time, one comfortable decision at a time. The extra hour of sleep, the skipped workout, the avoided conversation, the postponed goal. Each decision seems small, but over years, they create an average life. Not because the person lacks potential, because comfort slowly replaced growth. Chapter 9. Become who you are. Nietzsche believed every person carries untapped potential, a stronger version of themselves waiting to emerge. But becoming that person requires courage. It requires confronting fears, facing uncertainty, accepting discomfort. Most people never become who they could be because they spend their lives avoiding difficulty. The tragedy is not failure. The tragedy is never discovering what you're capable of. Chapter 10. The brutal truth. Here's Nietzsche's brutal truth. Life does not reward comfort. Life rewards growth, and growth requires discomfort. The stronger you become, the more responsibility you can handle. The more responsibility you can handle, the more opportunities appear. The more opportunities appear, the more meaningful your life becomes. Comfort may feel good today, but growth creates a better future. The choice is yours. Temporary comfort or lasting strength. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. One version chose comfort, avoided risks, avoided challenges, stayed safe, stayed predictable, stayed average. The other version embraced discomfort, learned new skills, faced fears, took chances, grew stronger, became extraordinary. Which version would make you proud? Nietzsche believed that every day presents this choice: comfort or growth, ease or greatness. The future belongs to those willing to leave comfort behind, because everything you've ever wanted is waiting on the other side of discomfort. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more content on philosophy, psychology, self-improvement, discipline, and personal growth. And remember, a comfortable life may feel good, but a meaningful life is built through challenge.